My name is Brian Fitzgerald, and I'm playing Dr. Brian Jones. Brian is a scientist who's developing this gene therapy. I'm focused specifically on like the amygdala and the neurons and changing the brain to reduce emotion, because my character suffers from anxiety and depression, and I have a hard time connecting with people. And so I'm using science as a way to like not only help me but help the world. But I don't realize the effect that my science is going to have on the future. Sometimes these things are taken too far by whether it be corporations or governments or people in power, and then they have unintended consequences.
I've heard about the Finger Lakes forever. You know, everybody's been saying we got to get up to the Finger Lakes, go for a little excursion. I said, of course, of course. And to be able to come up here and film, it's been better than I could have expected. But being up here and being in this community has been nothing but spectacular. Everybody we've come across have been the nicest people in the world, so welcoming and open.
Something that's unique about this set is like not only where we're filming, but also the people that are involved. It's really cool to have students in on the production, on the crew, because they're getting real-time training, like on a real film. Like this isn't a student film, this is an actual film with professional actors and professional, you know, like department heads.
We know there was some nervousness where it's like, okay, this is going to be a learning set. We have people this is their first feature. They've worked on student projects before, they've worked on smaller ones, but this is the first, 20-plus day feature. You need to learn about the stamina of that kind of project, the professional standards, and we have department heads who have been extremely patient and generous with their knowledge and time in teaching everyone the kind of industry standard. Whether it's grip or electric, art department, sound, everyone is learning how to act and what is expected of a professional set.
They're getting a chance to like really get the experience, which is really the only way to learn on this job, I think. Like whether it be an actor or on crew, like you just got to jump in there and do it. And so they're getting a chance to actually do that, which I just think is so cool.
I'd say that maybe 85% of everyone involved here are either professors, staff, or current or former students of IC. So it's really become an Ithaca project in a lot of ways. Even if it doesn't have the full involvement of the administration, the people are.
It's been glorious. Everybody's so professional, so on it, so open to collaboration, which is huge, for people to actually listen to you instead of just kind of put you down and say, no, it's going this way. It's been listening to ideas and seeing if we can make the story better. Like, I've gone to the producers with ideas for Ian as the character to give him a little more humanity, and they were open and listening, and they allowed me to have a little input, which I'm very grateful for.
The script is so great because it talks about so many different elements of like life that we're currently dealing with, whether it be the fear of war or the fear of technology going too far, and just like love and the meaning of life. It's this really cool meditation on like what's the purpose, and then where are we headed, and how do we not go too far in either direction.
Emotions are what we are, and yes, they're fleeting, but being able to express that with each other is everything.
Okay, here we go. This is kind of a family atmosphere in some ways. You get to know the actors and crew a lot better, and they recognize you and they know you, and there's kind of a comfort with the lens after the first week.
It's been an amazing experience, honestly. I really didn't know what to expect coming into it. You kind of never know what to expect because there's so many different people, personalities, energies, and you get there and now it starts to become clear. Me and Brian just wrapped this on Monday, and we're like, this was such a cool experience. We've had so much fun, honestly. Like, we've made friends, friends for life, I hope.